Let me tell you this one thing. If it doesn't bring you freedom, if it doesn't point you towards freedom, lead you towards freedom, inspire you towards freedom, it is not true. No matter what you hear out there from anyone, including spiritual teachings, including religious teachings, if it does not create sovereignty within you and freedom on every level, or at least support the direction into freedom, it is not the truth. Let me just take a few seconds to thank everyone who has subscribed to this channel. It really helps greatly if you do like the videos and if you do subscribe. And yeah, oftentimes it feels very strange to ask people for something. And if you like these videos, if you get something from them, I would love, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, if you would do so, because it does help the videos to get to more people, have more reach, and for others to be maybe inspired or supported or helped through something the same way that you find helpful. So thank you very much if you do that, and this is greatly appreciated. And this is basically the filter you can put over everything where you need discernment, where you are confused, where you don't know, is it true or not? What people are saying, what philosophies are saying, what different spiritual teachers are saying. Let me tell you this, if it disempowers you, if it puts the power into the hands of somebody else or some organization or some philosophy or some theology, anything, it is based not in truth. Aspects of it could be true, yes. But if fundamentally it is disempowering, then it's not based on truth. Because we are, in our essence, ultimately free. And this type of freedom, it's like unlimited freedom. So being here in the physical experience as a human being, obviously, we've put ourselves into this, our huge consciousness, into this experience of being limited so much that we even have to question what is real and what is not real, what is true and what is not true, what is deceiving, what is manipulating, and what is based in honesty and authenticity and truth. So this is a fascinating experience for us as consciousness, because usually we don't have that. We have that in incarnated states, yes, but not in all of them, but up to 3D. It will change once the veil of forgetting is lifted, but that's still what we have here. We arrive here not with the knowledge of where we came from and who we truly are. So the whole point of this is finding our way back to who we are. And if the teachings that you follow or the people you listen to, if they promote you remembering who you are and then embodying it, living it, this is always a freeing process. And it doesn't mean that all of a sudden when you remember, your life will just be rosy and happy and there will be no challenges. That's not what it means. You will still live this life. You still have a 3D physical body. But you will also, using this remembrance, find freedom where previously, before remembering, there was none, because you were identified with this little human self who is living in this dangerous and dark and all over the place world with so much deception, untruth, how would I say this, low vibrational energy and consciousness. Whereas before you were really identified with this, right? But when you remember who you are, and when that veil lifts, and when your consciousness expands, you become aware of so much more that you are. And this always creates freedom. And it will never mean that you have to follow somebody, you have to follow certain rules, because that's disempowering. That's what we do to animals and kids. It's like, follow these rules, don't question, just obey. Obedience is not required. Your internal authority will ask you for obedience to the universal laws, and ultimately to the law of unity, to the law of oneness, and to the law of love. But that will come from within. And if that is not what you're being suggested or pointed towards, then question it. Like, question everything. And if what you believe in, or if what people tell you you should believe in, if those people tell you that you should not question, it's dangerous to question, and it already shows your disbelief, or it already shows that you're not worthy of belonging to that club, that tribe, that church, whatever, question even more. Because the truth will invite you to question. Because if it is truly true, it will uphold any questioning. It will remain untouched, shining, no matter where you look and search for maybe other options. In the end, you will find this. In the end, it will still be there as the light, as a lighthouse. It will shine if it is really the truth. And if people tell you don't question what I tell you, don't question what we as an organization tell you, you should question. Otherwise, you're not living from faith, you're living from blindness, because faith is ultimately eye-opening. Faith is ultimately creating vision of the truth. And that is always coming from within. You don't have to listen to anybody out there, actually, because it's already within you. So myself or anyone else you listen to, we're only acting as a reminder for what you already know. We're not telling you how things are. I'm not telling you how things are. I'm inviting you to constantly go within and explore your truth. Explore your path. And don't listen to any authority. Don't listen to any authority. We're very much programmed and conditioned to listen to authority ever since childhood. Listen to your parents, to your family, listen to your teachers, and so on. Listen to your boss. We're so much being taught to follow. And many have been taught, literally have been taught and deliberately been programmed to not question, to not ask, to not explore their own inner guidance. Because why? Because it leads them into power. It's empowering. And we can see this especially as well in the Christian churches, that questioning is almost something, it's like almost something evil in itself. And this should make you question it. Because the truth does not need some guard standing there telling you, oh, don't question the truth. It doesn't. It's free, it's open, it's there for everybody. It is inviting, and questions are welcome, because this is how we empower ourselves, by asking the questions, by finding out for ourselves, and not just theoretical in our mind, but explore it by living it. Whatever truth you think you have realized, test it with your life. Don't just keep it in your mind and keep sharing it theoretically with other people. Apply it in your life and see what difference it makes to the quality of your life, to the direction of your life, to the depth of your relationships, to the changes in your path. See, like, experiment, apply it in your life. Don't take anyone's word for the truth, because it is really residing within you, because that's where consciousness resides, that's where the divine spark resides. So we all know this. And now we get to find our way back to this knowing. And this can be done in a very playful and exploring way. And I want to invite you to do this. So whatever you hear, if it's not freedom creating, it's not based in truth. And my whole, possibly the number one or the number two priority in my life, it goes hand in hand with love, oneness. The other, I would say on par, priority is freedom. And awakening to your consciousness, awakening to who you are, means awakening to freedom. It goes hand in hand. It's like those two are so linked together, because when you leave this 3D illusion, the identification with the 3D illusion, when you no longer see the world how you have been seeing it, but as the backdrop or the play field for our learning experiences, and then we focus on the learning experiences instead of what we see out there and what we think is the reality, we focus on the reality behind the reality. We're walking a path into freedom, because whatever they're holding us uptight with out there in the world, or in this three-dimensional reality, it cannot truly tie us down, because we know who and what we are. We know we are eternal. We know we are free. We're freedom itself, and wherever we go, we bring that freedom. Yes, they can take your things away. Yes, they can take your freedom away in terms of physical freedom. Yes, they can even maybe move into or program or infiltrate your thoughts and get you to think negatively because of whatever they're doing to you. Yes, they can. Ultimately, though, they cannot take away who you are, and who you are, or what you are, is freedom. So I invite you to explore this. I invite you to take this and really allow yourself to see yourself as the authority in your life that you are. Authentic authority, not authority over somebody. Authentic authority, authentic power. We are the power of the universe. Yes, manifested in this little experience, but nevertheless, we can never change who and what we truly are. Let me know what you think about this, and have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again next time.